Well, few cities in the world have been affected by COVID-19 quite like Las Vegas. But Sin City is slowly starting to come back online, a point underscored by the green lighting of this year's Las Vegas Pickleball Open. This year's tourney may not be open to fans, but the play all week has been electric. And we're expecting much more of the same in today's coverage of the Mixed Doubles Championships, brought to you from atop the Plaza Hotel and Casino, the place to be downtown. It is a sun-splashed, spectacular September Sunday here in Sin City, and we're excited to be a part of the coverage of this year's 2020 Las Vegas Pickleball Open from atop the Plaza Hotel and Casino. And hello, everybody. Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. Dave Vance, along with Simone Gonzalez, head pickleball pro. And Simone, I know this is a tournament that a lot of players circle on their calendar. They love coming to Vegas, and I know they were thrilled when it got green lighted.
Absolutely. We've been waiting for this since last year.
Yeah, and it's fantastic because last year on the final day, we had to go inside because of the weather. The weather couldn't be better here today. The year, well, this year could have been a lot better on a lot of levels. You see the numbers. Over 300 pickleball tournaments have been lost nationally during this calendar year, Simone. But the good news has been, while people at the top of the food chain, the tournament organizers, the people who make their living associated with tournaments, have taken a hit, the growth of the sport has appeared to be fantastic. Look at the sales of pickleball equipment, and over 200,000 new players have taken up the sport.
For sure, I think it's great for families. I think while they've been locked down, being able to buy a couple paddles and balls and get your whole family out, that's what's helped.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot of space, really.
Exactly.
You can be creative and find a way to play pickleball, much the way the organizers here in Vegas were creative to get this tournament to be green lighted. They do have safety protocols in check in terms of the health. People are taking temperature checks when they arrive here. You see the numbers for this year's tournament. The play has been fantastic. As I mentioned at the top, no fans this year. That's a little bit different, but it has not dampened the enthusiasm.
Absolutely not. The competitiveness, the fire in these type of players exists whether they're spectators or not.
Coverage of the 2020 Las Vegas Pickleball Open is brought to you by the Plaza Hotel and Casino, the place to be downtown. By Head Pickleball, the new force in the game. Franklin Pickleball, the official ball of the Las Vegas Pickleball Open. And by Highlands Leg Cramps, stop your cramp, not your game.
with Ben. He's 21 years old.
Exactly.
You get the 21-year-old answers, and I've got more information on that also.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there pro spike ball? If anybody can make it into a pro sport, I think it's Ben Johns can do it.
Agreed.
So here we go. We are underway 0-0-2 with Jardim starting this off. See if the momentum for Tereschenko and Newman can benefit them while Jardim and Ben Johns had some rest.
I was able to talk to both teams about their strategies going into this match. Ooh.
Nice put away there by Newman, and the serve will change sides for Tereschenko and Newman to try and draw first blood.
Possibly a test flick from Simone. She's testing if she can hit that spot on Riley or not. Riley said no.
At least on that exchange. He may get tested again.
So back to my comment earlier, I was able to talk to both teams about their strategy going into this gold medal match. And well, Irina was saying that when I talked to her about when it comes to her and Riley stacking, what their thought process is. And she said that it's more about the opponent. Who do they want to be across from? Who do they want to be straight up from? What either one of them is feeling at that given time. But when I talked to Simone about their strategy as a team, she said they don't consider their opponents.
Wow.
They work, both her and Ben work on staying within their game and trusting that will beat their opponent regardless.
Tereschenko thought she saw an opening there, but hits it into the net, so it'll change server. 1-0-2 now.
Interesting, Riley. Did you see how he dug that ball out? He almost turns his paddle like a little tiny shovel.
How about Ben Johns? He kind of faked that and then just hit the little dink that nobody could catch up to.
Touch required to make that shot.
And that will go out.
Great communication. Also court awareness from Irina, although Riley told her it was out. She laid off anyway. She had great court awareness of where she was in comparison to that sideline. And early on, we see Irina and Riley not scared to put Irina on the forehand side. A lot of action from the guys here.
Nice recovery, and then a better finish as both Tereschenko and Newman ended up on the right side of the court, and Johns took advantage of it.
Irina's pretty athletic herself. In her off time, she likes to travel to Mexico. She kiteboards, she windsurfs, all kinds of stuff. Jokingly, she said underwater basket weaving, a little Russian poetry.
Well, she is certainly a dynamic and well-versed human being, coming over from Moscow, going to Texas Tech. I mean, that's a heck of a move. You go from Moscow to Texas Tech to College Station.
Heck of a move. As you say that, Ben pulls out that sexy shot again with the touch, just drops it right into the kitchen. Neither Riley or Irina able to get up there.
By the way, I edit myself. College Station is Texas A&M. Lubbock is Texas Tech for our Texas viewers.
That's a foreign world to me.
So we stayed knotted up at ones here early on. Biggest key, and I know this is just the obvious, but the biggest key for Tereschenko and Newman is just try to get one game here and get some confidence going after losing in consecutive games in that first match.
I would agree with that, and I think to do that, they need to stay within each point, not think too far ahead about the end game. If you try to think of the mountain to climb of winning the 2 out of 3 and the game to 15, it becomes extremely daunting.
The unforced error there by Simone, and now she will take over at 2-1-2.
And look at both Riley and Ben, how aggressive they are, playing in the same box with their female counterparts.
And Ben puts it away. So move to 3-1-2 off the aggressive shot by Ben Johns.
We are operating in this gold medal match like we did in the previous ones with the 2-ref system. We have a primary ref and a secondary ref. An extra set of eyes on those foot faults with that second ref. Side out here.
So move to 3-1-1.
Susan Richards and Tom Richards, the gold medal. So come to the medal podium and receive your medal. Thank you. Congratulations, Andrew.
I'm seeing in this match more Irina trying to keep Ben honest. She's showing she's not afraid to dink to him there.
And then Ben just misfires just off the sideline and out of bounds.
2-3-1. A ref meeting here to
Yep.
discuss.
Paula Handrup and Jim Ryan.
Resuming play. 2-3-1. Can't tell what the call was on that.
Yeah, Ben let it go. I think they did agree with him that it was out. So we're going to move to 2-3-2, and the serve will go over to Irina. And Ben showing off his arm there, and he nearly overthrew everybody.
Maybe hit the window at the back of the hotel.
So now the serve will change hands.
So far, I like what I'm seeing from Riley and Irina. Like I said, she's not afraid to dink to him, keeping him honest. And Riley, although he missed it, that sideline drive that he went down Ben's sideline, he's showing the same also. They're being, maybe in their break, decided strategy-wise was to move the ball more.
Ben caught up with that. Oh, what a shot there by Simone.
An inside-out roller down the line.
I mean, she makes the difficult shots look so easy, doesn't she?
She does, and her vision of the court also comes from a tennis background. She's very aware of where she's at, where the players are, and in that case, where they weren't. She went for the same again. She attacked the body of Riley there.
And Simone, not only an accomplished tennis player, she was a tennis coach at Michigan State, of all places.
Little interesting fact about Simone, she recruited Catherine Parenteau in tennis from Arkansas to Michigan, and in pickleball didn't recruit her, but was sort of the same. She's sort of a coach figure to Catherine. Catherine sometimes called the mini Simone.
All these players with such amazing ties, such a close-knit sport.
The camaraderie between the players.
Ben John's able to win that exchange there.
We're at 6-2.
And then side out after John's unable to duplicate the success of the last shot. So 2-6-1. Tereschenko and Newman really in need of putting together a run here.
Agreed. Ben's so good at placing that ball. Sort of like the last match, it's sort of a dangerous move for Riley to leave so much open court for his partner. Great placement of that ball right down the sideline behind Irina.
So serve changes sides. We go to 6-2-1, and a chance for Jardim and Johns to really put the pressure here on Tereschenko and Newman.
Although accomplished pickleball players themselves, obviously no shortage in their game of Irina and Riley, it's so difficult to find what works to beat Ben and Simone.
And Simone unable to get it across.
And I think what you can attribute that to, I had a conversation with Simone about mixed doubles versus men's doubles and the type of play that you see. And often you'll hear people comment, you know, is she okay with him coming over this far, or how does she feel about that because she's an aggressive woman that can handle her own given her women's game style. And she said it's not about you know, a woman or a man or gender roles, assumed roles. She said it's the nature of the game. If the other team can feel pressure, wow. If the other team can feel pressure by having Ben's presence.
Back with the finish of game 1 after this timeout from Vegas. They lose game 1, they are going to be in such a big hole.
This is a highly important side out for them. And often, highly important offensive attempt here. Wow.
What a job on the backhand.
Simone talked about that too, how she can set up the point. She's there to set up the point to let Ben slide in there and take it. And with his anticipation, his hands, he's ready for anything that Simone sets up for him.
So side out, and here we go, 9-3-1.
We were at 10-3-1.
10-3-1, excuse me.
Game point.
Thought I heard your mind say side out as opposed to a point on that last exchange.
The earning, I think, and that was wide.
Yeah, it did not get the line, and a good effort there by Irina. So here we go with game point. And there we go with the game.
I think we've got, let's difficult to hear the
crossed
score.
up on the score
We're crossed
here.
up. It's difficult to hear the score from the refs. Let's get. Now
10-3,
we
1. See, okay, so I did have it right. It was 9-3.
You did. Look at Simone dig those points out. Oh. She gets really low on those to dig.
So here we go. Ben Johns. This is officially Ben Johns serving for the game. And there it is, officially getting the game. 11-3. Game 1 goes to Jardim and Johns. Tereschenko and Newman, they will have to, in essence, win 3 consecutive games, including 1-15, to be able to take the gold medal away from that pair. A lot of smiles for Jardim and Johns as they know they are on the cusp of getting a gold medal here in Vegas. We're back with game 2 after this quick timeout.
net roller.
How about Irina able to catch up with it?
Getting low from those windsurfing skills.
Windsurfing, kiteboarding, something. And Ben hits it out of bounds. So 1-0-1. Make it 1-0-2. I don't know, is this the first time we've seen Tereschenko and Newman actually have a lead in all the games they've played today?
I think that you might be right on that one.
And And the lead grows to 2. If you're just joining us, Tereschenko and Newman played Jardim and Johns in the winner's bracket final earlier in the day here in Vegas. And Jardim and Johns won that in consecutive games.
Newman and Tereschenko back for their second crack at these two.
And the unforced error there and the side out. And now it will be Simone's turn to try and get her side on the board.
There's an interesting fact that mirrors some of the players on this court. We talked earlier how Riley Newman has 7 siblings. He's the middle of them. Ben Johns also has 7 siblings. He plays with his brother Colin, his older brother Colin. But there's a 23-year spread between those siblings. Their youngest sister's 4 years old.
Wow, that is quite the spread, and we are tied up. No more spread left in this game. Consecutive points for Simone Jardim.
With a long serve. Serve that out.
Now it'll go to 2-2-2.
Makes you feel a little more human when Simone misses a serve. Or makes you realize she's human. I think early on here we're seeing not more low balls, more controlled balls from Riley and Irina.
Simone tries to flip the script a little bit, hits that lob.
Our first lob in any of our matches.
And it ends up resulting in a point on the exchange, so 3-2-2.
If you watch Ben play too, we talk about the woo.
Oh, Simone exploding.
Simone exploded. I'm a huge fan. I love watching a player burst into, I call it singles mode, where they abandon their partner behind and they play at the line by themselves. That was aggressive.
4-2-2. I don't think Simone wants to play another game.
She's done with this. She wants her gold and she wants her dinner.
Well, credit Riley Newman there. Ben tried to get it down the line past him. He caught up with it, and then it results in the exchange being won by Tereschenko and Newman. 2-4-1.
Already in this game, in comparison to game 1, we're seeing a tighter point spread. Simone and Ben not running away with this one as of yet.
Ben tries to go around the post and unable to get it inbounds.
He shakes his head a little at himself. I think he's probably telling himself that was an easy one. Irina put it so wide for him.
So 3-4-1. Sometimes when you see that around the post opportunity, you salivate. You want to hit it before you actually do. A nice put away here to move it to 3-4-2. So now the serve will head back over. Simone trying to get her side a little bit of breathing room here as the sun starts to creep back onto the court on the far side where Tereschenko and Newman are, and make it 5-3-1. If the sun's really a factor yet, but if this game goes much longer, it will start to impact the play.
That's a good shot from Riley. He didn't go to either side of Simone. He went right into the body, right into her body, and she tried to pull her paddle and popped it up. 5-3-2. I had the opportunity to talk to Simone about her pre-tourney regimen, and she takes training for this very seriously. She has physical therapy and training massages before and after tournaments.
That's another opportunity for an ATP that Ben Johns could not execute. That time caught the side of the net.
More head shaking from him.
So 3-5-1 keeps Tereschenko and Newman with a shot here.
Earlier we talked about the 21-year-old answer from Ben. You want to know what he said when I asked him his pre-tourney regimen?
What did he say?
He eats donuts.
To be 21.
I said, is that your pro tip of the day? He said, yes, eat donuts and you can play like Ben Johns.
Yes,
well,
I'm
he
sure.
didn't say that, I said that, but.
I'm sure that will work for all of us. 4-5-1. Riley Newman trying to serve his team back into a tie here. So now it'll be up to Irina Tereschenko to try and not up this game.
Like you said, the sun, as it starts setting, becoming more of a factor on Irina and Riley's side.
Yeah, the sun, it's interesting how it plays out here in Vegas. Early in the day, the court will be on the sun, and then it will end up getting blocked by the building. And then as it makes its way back around this side of the building, it starts coming back onto the court.
Right. On this side where Ben and Simone are, the shadow from that building creeps up closer and closer to the kitchen line and plays a few tricks with your eyes when you're used to seeing the kitchen line in your periphery, but you also see the sun line down there.
John's keeping Tereschenko back off the kitchen line. She finally does get back up there. Simone, quick hands. What an exchange that was, and ultimately won by Ben Johns. Riley Newman hits it wide.
Lightning fast movement from Ben.
So knotted at 5-5-1.
Ben choosing not to think about the ATP there.
Simone unable to catch up with that one. You wonder if those two errant ATP attempts earlier are in his head.
I think so. I talked to another pro player, Jesse Irvin, about how that, a few misses, how that affects you. And as when she's on offense, she likes to see if a player's missed a shot, she likes to go back to it and test them if they're still thinking about their miss.
Although I don't know if setting someone up with an ideal ATP opportunity is a good plan.
Right. And I highly doubt that was Irina's concept there.
Exactly. But how about the finish here on this exchange? That one was set up nicely for Ben Johns, as Johns and Jardim now back on top 6-5.
Beautiful. Ooh. Ooh. And a fiery, I think a little something to fire herself up. She gives a good yep. Irina did there.
So serve goes back over to Tereschenko and Newman at 5-6-1.
Word has it that this tournament has been such a success that the Plaza plans to resurface the courts in this venue and make it even better for future tournaments. I think players alike will be glad to hear that.
Yeah, well, and we have a brand new game tied at 6 after that point. Yeah, that's great work by Grant Garcia and his staff. Doing a terrific job running this tournament. And we look forward to being back here next year and having it be actually what this tournament is conceptually supposed to be. Fans in the stands, a raucous environment.
Spectators cheering. And we have another lead take for Tereschenko and Newman.
What a shot there by Simone. She just hits that back left corner.
Beautiful placement. Irina gave it a good rundown.
She sure did.
7-6-2.
Riley comes in trying to make something happen. Ooh. And then he does make something happen. 8-6-2. And now you wonder if Jardim and Johns might be starting to wonder whether or not they might use a timeout.
I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall between game 1 and 2 with Tereschenko and Newman, listening to what their strategy was, and Ben misses there.
So 9-6 for Tereschenko and Newman. 9-6-2. I think if they score a point here, almost certainly we'll see a timeout.
I would agree with that 100%.
And wise decision to let it go. So the serve will come back over now to Jardim and Johns in a 6-9-1 hole.
I'm not mad at that attempt. Irina went with the slow roll attempt there, where it looks like it's going long. In this case it did, but it looks like it's going on and long, and oftentimes players let it go and it drops right in.
I think Ben Johns was playing some chess on that one. He set that shot up with a couple of dinks over to the right-hand side of the court. And he makes it a 7-9-1 game here in game 2. Another look at the exchange.
He moves the ball around. Riley tries to come in here, predict, and the Riley and Irina end up in the I formation, we call it.
Timeout here in Vegas. Tight one here in game 2. Simone covered a lot of ground to be able to get back to the kitchen line.
He did. And the control to reset this point back up to the kitchen line. I was just about to say, the more that point builds, the more you feel it was a crucial point.
And it does just catch the line, and so we'll go to 7-9-2. Make it 8-9-2.
Okay. You can never count Jardim or Johns out.
Gold medal goes to Diane Trump and Chapman.
The aggression from Simone.
9-9-2. It has tightened up 2 points away from gold here in Las Vegas, and the timeout is going to be taken by Tereschenko and Newman.
Smart timeout. Simone, the fire on that finishing shot. She went with a come on, staring straight into Ben's eyes. Good timeout to try to break that.
We will have the finish of game number 2 here in Las Vegas after we step away for a quick moment. There on a well-placed shot by Simone, and we are a point away from a championship here in Vegas.
She handcuffed Irina right on her forehand hip.
Back and forth with Tereschenko.
Often players will prefer to be cross-court.
Catch up with that one. You saw the reaction out of Irina.
She's fighting hard right now. She wants to go to a game 3. She's digging in. Thinking cross-court backhand with Ben Johns.
A 9-2 match point. Johns goes to the finesse game.
I almost said at that moment, I wonder if we'd see a finesse shot.
And we will see it end on the finesse part of the game. Tereschenko unable to get her shot across, and an unorthodox finish, but perhaps not an unexpected finish, as Johns and Jardim, 2 of the all-time greats in this sport, take the championship here in Vegas.
Yep. They had a much better, Irina and Riley had a much better game in this second game. kept the game close, but like I said, the tidal wave of Jardim and John's tough to fight.
Yeah, a look back at match points as they're able to force to switch on the side of the court, and then Irina unable to catch up with it, and that was all she wrote. So 11-2, 11-9 in consecutive games. The championship and the gold go to Jardim and Johns. We'll hand out some hardware and hear from the winners after this timeout. Stay with us here from Las Vegas. Coverage of the 2020 Las Vegas Pickleball Open is brought to you by the Plaza Hotel and Casino, the place to be downtown. By Head Pickleball, the new force in the game. Franklin Pickleball, the official ball of the Las Vegas Pickleball Open. And by Highlands Leg Cramps, stop your cramp, not your game. Back here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we want to welcome an entourage here on the center court. Grant Garcia is the tournament director of the Las Vegas Pickleball Open. Christine Barksdale is with Head. And of course, we've got Rob Cassidy and Susanna Barr, who played their way into the bronze medal game in a terrific tournament run for them. Grant, real quick, I know you're a man who doesn't like to have a lot of words, but I do want to give you a tip of the cap. Great job by you and your staff to get this tournament going. I think a lot of people figured, probably like so many other tournaments this year, this one might not happen.
Yeah, I'll say it was definitely a challenge to get this one on. I'm just excited that we were able to give a tournament for players to play in, given all the circumstances of this year, hoping that we brought some positive to this year. And next year's going to be even better.
Next year, hopefully, COVID won't be a factor, and we'll all be able to have some fans here. And Christine, I'm going to let you begin by presenting the bronze medals.
Thanks very much. Congratulations. Thank you. Awesome play today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then the all-important prize money.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay.
Congratulations.
All right, so Rob, you told me that you aspire to be a broadcaster, and you even went so far as to say you'd love to do a broadcast with me, which I take as a badge of honor. But I'm gonna tip my cap to you. You guys, you beat a lot of really good teams in getting to the bronze medal here today and leaving with some hardware.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we got to battle all day, and you know, right off of the bat, our first match of the day against Sarah Ansberry and Eric Lang, tough battle from right from the beginning. So there was no easy matches today, and it was an honor for me to do battle with the great Susanna Barr. I mean, we really had each other's backs out there, and we played well. It felt good. So.
All right, guys, appreciate it. Enjoy the spoils of getting as far as you did. It was a pleasure watching you play today.
For sure, man. And a special thanks to Grant as well for running a great tournament, and Dee Davidson for doing such a good job, and of course all the fans and supporters that were here and watching from afar. So thank you guys so much.
We're gonna wave in Irina Tereschenko and Riley Newman, who took the silver medal here today, and it was an impressive run through the tournament by them as well. Riley's already got his shoes off. And Riley picked up the mic first, but first let's do the presentation. The silver medals going to Riley Newman and Irina Tereschenko.
Congratulations, Irina. Awesome play today.
We get super low here.
Yep, exactly. Save me from reaching up there. Congratulations.
Great player.
And then the all-important cash. All right, so we chatted earlier, and you guys felt pretty good being able to get back here into this match. But I mean, you ran into a buzzsaw today, and Simone and Ben.
You know, I thought Irina and I played well. I mean, we had some highlight reel points. There was some sick points. We were there 9-7 in the second game, and then Ben and Simone did what they're usually doing, and they clutch up in the right times. Once again, I just want to say thank you to Irina for playing with me. It was super fun. Thank you to Takea, Selkirk for allowing me to be here at this moment.
And Irina, you even bled for the cause here today.
I just kept it on the whole day, so if I need to take a medical whenever I feel like, I could do it.
How did you feel overall about the day, and more importantly about being back here in Vegas for this tournament? We talked with Grant. I mean, so many people figured maybe this tournament might not happen. So many of the tournaments did not get played this year.
Well, I definitely like the fact that you guys are actually interviewing all the medalists. That's nice touch. So thank you for that. And I was super excited. I had great partners, Jesse Irvin and Riley Newman. And our plan is to play athletic pickleball and throw down some sick tricks. And I think we accomplished it. So great success.
And that takes us to last, but certainly not least, as we will get Simone and Ben back over here. Our gold medalists here in Las Vegas. They already won some gold earlier this week in the men's pro doubles division as well as the women's pro doubles division. And they are back here to get yet another gold medal. And before I talk to them, let's do the presentation. Christine Barksdale with the gold medals. And then Grant Garcia with the prize money. All right, so Simone, you picked up the mic, so I guess I'll go with you first. I got to ask you seriously, like, where do these medals end up? You've got so many now. I mean, I know it never gets old getting one, but seriously, where are they going?
Now when I get home, a lot of the times the kids will play with them. Most of the time, I mean, I know that's not the answer that people want to hear, but it goes in a drawer, unfortunately. Yeah, the kids like to play with them.
Yeah, well, I could see a marketing opportunity here, though. Somebody out there needs to build you a huge trophy case. And
actually, maybe there will be a commercial coming up with it. Spoiler alert.
Ben, I want to ask you, I mean, just such an impressive match for you today. But the one thing I do want to ask you, early in this final match, you had a couple of ATP opportunities that you didn't capitalize on. And then you let
thanks.
You let a
That's
third
what
one
we want
go
to
by.
talk about?
No, you did let a third one go by, and we were curious if that had gotten into your head at all a little bit. What goes through your mind? What goes through your mind when you do have a couple of those? Is that something you think about?
Yeah. Don't miss it again. That's all I think. Yeah, that's about it. And then if I miss it again, I get a little more frustrated. And I think I was 1 for 4 with them, and I don't like those percentages, but. Well, luckily, I had a great partner, and it all turned out well.
Yeah, well, if that's the worst thing I'm going to bring up to you about this match, it was a good day. You guys, you guys made it look really easy against Riley and Irina, and they are a really good team to beat. I mean, you guys played great today.
Very scrappy team, and I'm just happy we kept applying the pressure and played our game even under the kind of tense, close game, and it all turned out well. So,
and we talked on the broadcast about you collecting exotic medals, so now you got some more prize money. Any idea what might get added to the collection besides gold?
That's a good question. I'll mull it over, but
Cash. What do you do with that cash?
Well, I'm probably not going to gamble. Maybe I'll play a little bit of Texas Hold'em. But yeah, I'll figure it out. I'm not really sure exactly yet, but I got ideas.
What's the question?
If he's gonna buy, you gotta ask if he's gonna buy any medal balls or any
exotic medals. Yeah, sure. Yeah, probably some more.
Simone, as we wrap this up, just your thoughts on, and I was asking everybody about the fact that this tournament did get played. So many got canceled this year, and for you to go home with a couple of gold medals and just to be able to get back on the court, it's got to just feel great.
Honestly, we've been trying our best to do the best we can to be safe and watch. I guess not just for us because we're younger and healthier, but also the people that are around us. So, I mean, just being able to play for us is what we do for a living. That's he goes to school. He's gonna make a lot of money doing other things, but for me, that's what I do for a living and teaching pickleball. So being back is huge, and that's kind of it's a must in a way, keep things going and business afloat. So just thankful, and hopefully things will turn around for all of us.
Yeah, well, we all hope that. But it was fun watching you play here this weekend. Congratulations, and I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very soon.
Sounds great.
All right, and that's going to do it for now. And I want to thank everybody here in Las Vegas for being a part of our coverage here of the 2020 Las Vegas Pickleball Open, especially for my partner, Simone Gonzalez, who did a fantastic job, Grant Garcia putting the tournament together, and everybody behind the scenes. Thanks so much for tuning in here from Sin City.